Hey guys, good morning. It's May 11th, 2020, and it is like 7:30 in the morning, and this is something that I never thought I was gonna say. I need to clean the snow from my car before I go to work. What do you think about that, huh? Crazy. Crazy weather in Canada. Never seen anything like that in Canada. Mid-May, 0 Celsius, and it's snowing. Wow. We have definitely done something wrong to the planet to come back at us this way. Anyways, I knew there was a reason I'm still driving with the winter tires. That's crazy, isn't it? So this is primered, and now we're gonna do the same here. We're gonna have to make cuts and make it work. Well, we know the drill already. Alright, this is welded in. The other one, I realized that I forgot to drill the holes for the plug welds. So I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry completely before I go and drill the hose, or I can just drill the hose and paint it again. But anyways, I can wait a little bit longer, and I figured that now that I flipped the car in this position, like one more this way, I actually am in a very comfortable position here to weld this and the front of the floor. So I'm gonna do that. I also actually welded this. I was gonna weld this shut when I flipped the car to the other side again, but now I realized that that's not really hard in this position. So I welded this. I just ignored the grinding for now, but I don't think that's a good idea, because at some point I'm gonna have to grind a lot. Alright, so this welding is done on the front of the floor. I mounted the other body mount to the back of the floor here. All the welding is done, and well, actually I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do all this here, and there's something here. I don't like this transition. I have to fix this a little bit, and yeah, that's gonna be trouble here. I might bring the stinger and pull this out. I have to fill this up. I have to put a piece of metal here. It's too big to be filled. And we're gonna be done with the welding on this side, I guess, and I'm gonna start grinding, because there's gonna be a lot of grinding. I've been putting it off, but I have to do it at some point. I should have fixed that long time ago before I installed this patch, but I haven't noticed it. Anyway. That's better. Maybe a little bit more. That's perfect. Now I put a little bit too much here, but now we're gonna weld here first, and then we're gonna push this in. Or actually I can tap it a little bit. Yeah, sometimes I have the chance to pull these out, sometimes I can't by twisting them. Anyways, I'm gonna have to grind this one. I'm gonna grind it later. So now let's weld this. Okay, it's all welded, so now I'm gonna start grinding, and there's a lot. All the welds that I've done, almost anything has been ground. Well, actually, I've ground this, I've ground this, so it's not so much, but I'm gonna start grinding, and yeah, and then we're gonna be ready to go to the other side. I mean, to flip the car maybe and do the rest of the welding. All right, I've done some grinding, but a little bit here, a little bit here in this area, here the floor where I welded it, where else? Here. Oh, I've done also the cups here, ground a little bit these cups. They were supposed to be spot welded, but before I didn't have a spot welder, so I just welded them here at the edge, and now they don't look great, but for the other seal we're gonna spot weld them. Now we have a spot weld. So ground this, I ground here these welds. I still have to repair this, and these welds I couldn't do a great job over there, but it is what it is. And here, oh, still have to grind these two, and I ground this, of course. I always hope that after I grind it, it's gonna look like this, but unfortunately it looks like this. I mean, it's not bad, it's not horrible, but it's not what I want it to be. A little bit of body filler again. My usual line after I grind something, right? A little bit of body filler is gonna be good. Like this here, you see? That's done a long time ago, but again, a little bit of body filler is gonna be good. Anyway, so next I think I shouldn't forget that I have this and I have this to repair. So I think it's easier to do it now in this position and then flip the car. Okay, for this I have no idea why it is shaped like this, but I hope we can make it the same. So I bend this flange. So this is where the dimensions of this crescent, or whatever you want to call it, is, and it's this high, so that's the height of it, and that's like this. So we're gonna cut it around a little bit wider so we can have access for the shrinker, and we'll see. I've never done that, so I'm not sure if it is gonna work, but let's try. Alright, let's see what's gonna happen here. Oops, the wrong way. So you see, because we're shrinking the edge, the metal in the middle doesn't have anywhere to go, so it has to make a dome. You don't know what I mean? But now it started going down, and all of a sudden it started going up. So now we have to hammer this back in. Okay. Just giving it direction, you know. Thing is, I can't shrink it here at the end. You know what? I'm gonna cut the corner here. I'm gonna cut both corners so I can shrink at the end too. Just like that. Let's see now. And we have to also make this a little bit curved, right? Now as I'm stretching it, I'm pushing down. Okay. It's not beautiful, but it's something. So let's see now if we can bring this flange back. All right. So replaced. I still don't understand what's the reason for this to be domed, but anyways, we made it. We made it the same. Again, it's under the car, so it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's almost there anyways. So the only other thing that I know of is here, but I think this can be done when I flip the car around. So I think, because I'm sick and tired of welding and grinding, I think I'm gonna take a break of that by moving the car and flipping it to the other side, so we can do those and some other repairs that we still need to do. That's gonna take me, I guess, including cleaning and everything, is gonna take me half an hour. So that's a good break, because seriously, I'm sick and tired of welding and grinding, especially grinding. And since this morning, I've been grinding probably for 4 hours at least. Let me do something else for a change. All right, that was a good break. Now my back hurts, but it was a break. Anyways, so on this side, there's again, there's still a lot of welding, but it's not as much as on the other side, because we've done more than half while it was tipped to the other side. So we still have to finish this welding on this patch that was done probably a year and a half ago now. Here we need to finish some welding, some plug welds here. There's a hole here that we need to figure out how to close. Again, this entire flange, this one is in a better shape than the other one. We need to figure out what we're gonna do with the two caps. We have a front and a rear caps here that are missing. Actually, we have two caps, so we'll see what we can do with them. I think they're both for the right side though. Now I can't use them for here. We'll see, maybe we can modify them a little bit. We'll see what we're gonna do there. All these plug welds again down there, body mounts here. This time we don't need much repairs, we just need to fill some holes, I guess, from old spot welds. We've already done a repair here, I forgot about that. Okay, this time this is solid, doesn't need repair, that's good. This, like we said, we left for now, so now it's easier on the other side that needs to be done. And of course, there's another can of worms here, but we already know the drill, so we're gonna have to cut out a big piece and repair that. But I think that's mostly everything. We'll see, maybe we're gonna find something else, but anyways, I think I'm gonna start from the front, from here, and I'm gonna go backwards. I mean, I'm gonna do this, and we'll go this way. All right, guys, I've done a whole bunch of work here without you. Just repetitive work, nothing exciting, nothing creative, so I just done it without you. And I just wanted to show you a little bit of an update before I keep going here. So I ground this, I welded and ground this. So there were 2 pinholes and I welded them. Still need to grind them. I welded and ground this, and then I moved on. I ground a little bit of these welds. I welded this hole. Remember, there was a hole here, so I welded it shut. Still needs to be ground. Ground here a little bit. I ground there a little bit. There were 3 spot welds here that I missed. I did those, and I welded all these plug welds here and ground them. I drilled the holes into the strengthener piece inside. I adjusted the body mounts, and actually only one needed adjustment. I don't know why. On this side only this one needed adjustment. This one was good, so I just drilled the holes for plug welds and painted them. And now, before I move on to something else, I wanted to show you a little bit of an update, you know. So I think by the time these dry, I'm gonna start maybe doing this. Like I said, there's some holes that need to be filled. Then I'm gonna grind it, and then we're gonna move forward, or in this case, backwards. All right, so the body mounts are installed, and what else I told you I had to do? Oh yeah, here I welded a little bit, grounded, and now it looks better. So the middle section of the car, bottom, center are done. So now we need to do the top of the middle section, which means this flange here, which again, it's not as bad as the other side, but it's not very beautiful too. Definitely I have to fill up my holes here, because when I did those plug welds, the car was on the floor and it was hard to see. So now I have to do a better job, and then we're gonna grind it here too. I need to fill, and then we're gonna grind it to make a straight line. It's pretty straight, it's just the edge is wavy, so we're gonna try to make it straight. And then we're gonna have to figure out something about the end caps, because we're missing both of them. And this is what I managed to make it look like. Again, it's not perfect, but considering it was full of holes filled with brazing, with brass, it's not bad. A little bit of body filler and it's gonna be fine. All right, so I guess we are done with this middle section now. Bottom, center, and top. And what's left here is this little body. So for that, I'm gonna have to climb inside and cut it from inside. And we're gonna see if we're gonna weld it from the outside or the inside. First of all, let me cut it. That actually is gonna be much easier to be repaired from inside. So I'm gonna leave it for now. Just gonna weld a nut here for now, and that's gonna be it. The repair is gonna be done from inside. So in this case, let's see if we can deal with this last piece here. I think here we're gonna have to cut even more than on the other side. Like there's holes here, so we need to cut around here, here, and there. All the way in the corner we have a hole, so I think we even gonna have to cut into this metal here, so something like that, like that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to work here with you around me, because The camera is gonna be on my way. You've already seen this, so I'm gonna try to cut it and I'll show you my progress at some point. So I'll be back. Okay, it wasn't easy, but it got done, mostly done. I mean, I still have to clean this in the corner here. There's something. And this time I managed to cut it above this step, so I don't need to bother with the step. It's gonna be tricky to grind in the corner, but it was tricky on the other side, so nothing new, right? And inside here, I was gonna cut it before I flipped the body, but I forgot, because when it's down there, you see how much easier it is gonna be here for the other side. All right, it's another day, and with my refreshed overnight welding skills, I was able to make a patch for there, and I welded it. Now let's see how good my grinding skills became overnight. That was a grind. I'm telling you, that was the most horrible grind in the world. I don't know how I managed to actually grind it. So here are all the tools that I used. So this is a great tool, but even this one is too big. I even use this as a grinder. I ground like this, and a rotary file, and actually one of these I put on an angle grinder so I can access a little bit easier, and it was a horrible time. I'm telling you, probably 2 hours it took me to grind this little thing. But anyways, it's done, so now I'm gonna spray it with primer and I'm gonna start making the patches as before. So you've seen that already, so I'm not going to involve you too much. Okay, I made something like a patch. It almost fits. Something like this. Again, just a little bit of a gap over there, but that's especially for my friend who doesn't like me filling up big gaps with weld. So now I'm gonna make holes here for plug welds and prime it and weld it. All right, it was a little hard to weld there in the corner, but other than that, everything went well. So this piece is welded, and now I just made another one for this gap. So we're gonna weld this one in. I'm gonna leave this weld inside for later. I'm gonna weld it from inside, but I'm gonna tack it here, and I'm gonna weld it as much as I can on this side, and then we're gonna proceed with the corner. I've already done the corner too. It's somewhere here. So I have also the corner made. So once we weld this, we're gonna put the corner in, and we're gonna be close to finished. All right, so this is painted. I made this for here, and it's painted too. I made holes for the plug welds, so we're gonna wait for it to dry. I'm still gonna have to clean here a little bit, the edge, and prepare it for welding. All right, I welded this as much as I could. Like there in the corner again, I didn't weld it, but I'm gonna weld it from inside. Ground here a little bit as much as I could again, and I would consider this repair done. We still have to install the caps and a few little things I noticed, like here. You see this needs to be welded, and what else? Like few little things that I'm gonna finish, and then we can drop the car back down and work in the inside. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe to relax a little bit from welding, I'm gonna go and clean up the engine bay when the car is down, of course. So we're gonna grind as much as we can all the welds that we have there, and if we have to, we can use some body filler here and there to smoothen it, to make it look nice. And then after the engine bay, probably we're gonna go to the windshield frame and the doors. That I don't even know where the doors are. I don't even want to look at them yet. I'm gonna look at them later.